Okay, guys, I'm back for a few minutes. I'm sure you remember a couple of months ago when I was making like baby books and the baby boy journal and all that. Um, I never finished the baby boy one. We got busy with fair and all that jazz, and so then it got sat on the back burner. But then once I got this little boy's grandma's artwork back to put it on the journal, I discovered that the covers that I made for the other two just really didn't seem to fit. So, what I'm doing is making a mess, apparently. I'm not going to worry too much about this part here because it's going to be the spine. But I'm going to show you how to make this wood grain on your book covers with paint and glue. And it's fairly quick. The things you will need is you will need a fan, and the fan is literally like the most important thing. And I'll explain why in just a minute. So since I've base coated this, I'm gonna go ahead and the glue I'm using is just the Elmer's school glue, the cheap stuff you can buy at the store. And then you're gonna need one of your junkier brushes, because this does kind of make a little bit of a mess of the brush. It does clean up fairly well. But what we're gonna do is we're going to just pour a little bit of this out, and you only want to do one at a time, like one side at a time if you're doing the same thing on both sides. If you didn't want to do what's on the other cover, like the other side, you could totally just just use book cover or graphic paper or whatever, scrapbook paper to kind of cover it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just applying a generous coat of Elmer's glue. And you want to make sure you get it all the way to the edges. And you do want, the thicker the paint, the more it's going to crack. Does that make sense? Okay. So what you need to do while it's still really wet is you want to then take your paintbrush, and then what I have on my plate here is a mixture of cream and brown, and I'm just going to load the brush up with both colors like that. See, it's all kind of a swirly, weird mess. Okay, nice even strokes, one down, right? Not too much anywhere, right? And it's a light pressure, like oh boy, because you don't want to drag the glue. You're just laying the paint on top of the glue. Okay. And the key is the less strokes you make, the better. Because obviously, like I said, you don't want to drag the glue. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the second coat on this over here. And then that pretty much does it for it. And then I guess I'm not going to be able to really, I'll have to do like a whole nother movie with it. And I can't show you the absolute finished book because I don't have her permission to share the artwork. I think it's very special, so yeah, so I won't be able to show you the cover, but like I said, the fan is important because what happens is the fan starts to dry the glue underneath, and that's what pulls and separates the paint. So, and I'm gonna need a little bit more brown. Oh, and see, I got a lot of cream there and paint boogers. So you can bring in your browns. Like I said, nice, even, long strokes. And by blending those two colors, and I think you saw it on the other side, I'll pick up one so you can kind of see it. And I think I'm gonna need a little more brown right there. It kind of turns it by mixing brown and cream. It kind of mixes the colors to resemble almost like tree bark. Okay. All right. So let me show you again what it looks like. Looks like I need to get my edges again. So see how it's starting to look wood grainy? Okay. So that's just your quick tip for the evening. And then, yeah, I can't do the flip through, but that'll at least give you an idea of what the cover is going to look like. So I hope this helps, and I hope you have fun with it. Bye, guys.